Welcome to Daily Meditation with Melissa. Today we're going to talk briefly about boundaries, and then we're going to have a beautiful meditation around this. When I hear people talking about setting boundaries, I often hear it framed around what we will and won't allow other people to do to us or in our space. This can put the focus of boundary setting outside of ourselves and focuses often on the behavior of others. This is absolutely an important aspect of boundary setting, and it's good to have awareness of what behavior we are comfortable with. It's important to know what your boundaries are sexually, financially, emotionally, and so on. However, today I want to discuss the internal aspect of boundary setting. A boundary, in essence, defines where one thing ends and another begins. When you set a boundary, you are acknowledging at what point you end and everything else begins. It's your way of saying, I am me, I am my own person, and everyone else is separate from me, and they are each their own person. By identifying ourselves as a whole and complete person, separate from all other people, we then have a boundary between us and what is outside of us. Establishing our boundaries in this way helps us to keep out thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that are not our own. For example, if someone says something negative and critical to you, you can keep it outside the boundary of yourself. You have the freedom to acknowledge how it made you feel, as your feelings are your own, and to acknowledge if it caused you any pain or sadness. And you also have the freedom to not take it on, to not let it inside of you. You can look at it and acknowledge it came from this person because of a perspective they hold, but you are not required to take on their perspective. You are your own person, your own self, with your own view of yourself in the world. Your perspective is equally valid, and it's yours and yours alone to create. People can make comments and try to impose their perspective on you, but when you know yourself and your own boundary, you don't feel obligated to let it in and to make it your own. Knowing that we are a full and complete self and that we have a boundary that defines us helps us to know who we are from our own self-definition and not the definition of those around us. How they define us is completely determined by their life and the experiences they've had, and their definitions are often not rational and not rooted in the truth of who we are. It's good to be rooted in our own truth and to be in touch with our own divine self. Knowing our boundaries in this way can be a powerful, life-changing shift. We are no longer looking to everyone else to define us, but instead looking to our own divine self. And we are able to let other people live their own life in the way that's right to them. We will now meditate on this and then come back together for a brief conclusion. We'll begin by taking a deep breath together, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathe in. Hold and breathe breathe out. Continue to breathe slow and relaxed through your nose. Bring your awareness fully onto your breath. As you breathe in, think in, and as you breathe out, think out. Note each breath in and each breath out, in and out, in and out. Begin to notice the subtle ways your body moves as you breathe. Notice the gentle rise and fall of your stomach and chest with each breath. Continue to hold your awareness on your body. As you continue to breathe slow and relaxed, just become aware of your body and the space it takes up and how it exists in this room. Allow your focus to drift throughout your body, becoming aware of your organs, your bones, the movement of your body as you breathe, the energy and warmth radiating off of you. The trillions of cells all working together in harmony. Just acknowledge your body and the different ways you exist right here and now. And now bring your awareness onto your skin. Your skin is your physical boundary. It holds your physical self in and everything else out. Allow your focus to drift over your skin from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, becoming intimately aware of this beautiful, sacred boundary. Now bring your awareness to the boundary of your energetic self. This boundary might be a few inches away from your physical body or a few feet. Whatever you see is right for you. Simply see it like the edge of a bubble. Your physical self sits inside of this bubble, and together with the physical and the non-physical, you have your whole complete self. The non-physical you, the energetic part of you, is created from your divine, infinite self, your thoughts, and your beliefs. It is everything you were before you existed in this world, and everything you've become since you came here. It is beautiful. It is unique to you, and it is completely sacred and cherished and loved by the universe. Acknowledge the boundary of your energetic self. You are a whole and complete person. You are a divine person. You are sacred. You are exactly who you're supposed to be. What you let inside this boundary is completely up to you. If there are things that you've let in that don't feel true to you, allow them to filter out now. Breathe in and breathe into your true self. And with each breath out, release what isn't yours. Allow it to dissipate and dissolve and to release. Take some time now to sit with the boundaries of yourself, both physical and non-physical. Continue to breathe slow and relaxed, and allow yourself to marinate in the beauty and divinity of your whole complete self. We'll take one more deep breath together. Breathe in, hold, and breathe out. Thank you so much for joining me for this brief discussion and meditation on boundaries. Knowing your boundaries from this internal perspective can really help you to establish the external boundaries that we also briefly talked about. Both are important and both work together to help you have a harmonious and empowered life. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a rating so that others can find this podcast. You can find more meditations, packages, and healing audios on my website, melissa-field.com. You can also find me on my new Instagram page at meditate_with_Melissa. You'll find links to both of these things in my episode notes. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope to meditate with you more soon.